head up now.
Now the rear head's up.
Yeah, let's see. Yeah, don't let your head rear up. All right, so let's see what we got here. It looks like I'm on this old sheet. 0. Oh. Same like last time, almost, not quite as bad. 20 thousandths. 22 thou. So we're gonna some kind of same issue as we had last time, except we don't know exactly where it's gonna be. Well, we could if we figured it out. We have the same kind of thing going on. Okay. That looks a little better than the last one as far as how consistent it's hitting. Let's see if we can get down to the seat. Not yet. Oh, nope. Over here we're down. Over there we're not. Okay. So, I'm going to grind there. That means I'm going to have to favor this side a little bit. We're getting pretty dull here. We're not there yet. Hear that crunching?
Yeah.
That's breaking the stone open. That's what's keeping it from grind. That's what's keeping it grinding. If you look in there, you'll see how terribly coarse that is. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it. You're going to be looking right here, Soshi. Yep. You're going to be looking to get the... No, but back up. Yeah. See how terribly coarse that is? Mm-hmm. That's from the stone bouncing around. If you look over here, it's not even touched. Yeah.
Got you.
And I'm doing that on purpose. I'm making that stone bounce around and ripping the grits right out of it. And once I get it all the way around, I'll put the stone back on the truing stand, chew it up again, and then come in there and kiss it to try to remove all that crap. All right, we're just like we were on the last one. Some pits over here. We're in by a mile over there. And I know what that means. That means I got to go this way. Okay. All right. So now I got something, a semblance of a full seat. I got no pits. Might have went a little ballistic on that. Now this time I'm going to chew this stone very slowly. Try to get a better surface point out of it. That hopefully is going to give us a better surface finish in here. Let's get a blow in there. Get the grit out. Okay. Now, indicator. See how close we are to being straight. This is still set up for the last seat diameter. That's low by 2, 3. It's low by 3, and that's 0. All right, and that makes sense because if you look in here, this is the low area, and you can still see some of the top cut from the last guy. That means there's less of this than if you went 180 across.
You can see it.
Well, I don't know, can you?
I can.
See how wide that guy is?
Yep.
That's because the stone is wanting to push away from the heavy into the light, and that's why this is showing low. Okay, so I'm going to favor this area here. Now, let's see what this feels like. I'm not concerned that that's too sunk yet, but what I want to do is let me pull a mandrel out of there. drop the valve in and see how much clearance we got around the valve at this point. Oh, pretty good. So this is the clearance we have around the valve at this point. And when you lift it off, you can see it. If you look at it, I don't know if you can see it from that angle, but I guess you're not going to be able to see it from any angle. I didn't mean to do that. When it starts to open, see if I can get that. Yeah, there we go. There's really no restriction as it starts to open. We're not that far down into it yet. If this valve, if we had to grind deeper and deeper and deeper, as this thing would start to open, you would notice that there's a restriction where until the valve gets a certain size, a certain opening, you don't really get any more flow. That's not exactly what's going on here. I think we're okay so far, especially for a stocker. All right, so let's see how straight we are. Regroup with that, make sure we know exactly what's going on. That's about 5 thou, with that being a low spot. So I gotta really work on opposite that low spot at this point to get a concentric seat. Let's see what I can do with that. This thing is extremely sharp now. So when that spins, that's gonna want, I gotta go this way. Okay, see what that did. Definitely deeper now.
And blow?
I don't know if I'm gonna need it. We'll see what goes on here. Mike, can you see that gauge?
I can see it's not moving.
That's right.
Dead nuts.
Nah, it's not dead nuts, it's about 1 thou. Okay, what's it look like down there? All right, let's blow that off and check it again. That's all about being able to favor one side of the seat to the other. And as you can imagine, it takes a little bit of experience, time and effort to get a set of hands that can do that. Yeah, I don't think you can really mess with that, right?
I think it's pretty good. I don't think you got much better than that.
All right, so now at that point, is it smooth enough that I can get a lap out of it? Most probably. Now this head's a lot deeper than the last one. I feel it over here. Not so much on that side, but definitely over here. Now another thing that happens with these cylinder heads is that the first couple of valve jobs, these heads they heat up, they cool down, they heat up, they cool down. You got to remember, when the factory did the valve job, the head was never hot after the foundry. So they did the valve job, then the thing heats up, cools down, and the head kind of seats in, if you will. It kind of warps to where it's going to be. The old KR manual would tell you, race the bike for 50 miles or ride the bike for 50 miles. Pull the cylinders off it and go 5 thousandths over, not with a hone, but with a boring bar, because the cylinders will actually move around. And you'll lose your ring seal because the bores are not straight. It's the same kind of thing that happens over here. All right, so let's see what we got here. Okay. All right. thing seated in much faster than the last one. Okay. Let's see what we got there. It's because I threw that stone with a much slower rate. Okay. So now we can obviously see where the outside of the valve is, because if we wipe this off, right out to the edge, or almost to the edge. All right, don't ask me how that's going on. I probably got a slightly, I bet you this valve face is slightly off from the angle of the dresser. Yeah, it looks like it's hitting harder on the inside than it is on the outside. I'm okay with that, though. So now this seat, let's get back in there with the indicator. Now that we can see exactly where the seat is, make sure the ball of the indicator is right on the seat. That is definitely right on the seat. Let's see what we got now. 0. A little less than 1.
That's acceptable.
You would think, wouldn't you? Okay, so now we're going to go, like we did on the last one, we're just going to go on the inside. 2-angle valve job. Now, I have to be very careful about what I'm doing here, because I can screw everything up. If it cuts too much on one side. The first thing is to find out where it's hitting. It's hitting pretty much straight. Not totally straight, but pretty much straight. Okay, so I'm going to be hanging just a little bit this way. Oh, that looks like it. Yeah, that looks pretty good there. As a matter of fact, even if you get over on the other side, see if I can get some shadows that we can get some reflections off of. Maybe not. What we got here is, if we can't see it on this side, let's go back to the first side. It's so much easier to see. And that's our seat. That's our inner cut. That's the outside of our valve. This is our sunkenness. We're going to look at that because this one's a little more sunk than the last one. Okay. Now we know that we're within 1 on the seat size. Let's see how wide we are. This takes a minute for me to figure it all out. Oh, this is much easier to see because it's so much finer. Okay, so where am I? I'm at 60. This one's a little too fat. This one is 60 to 140. 80 thou. Yeah, that one's a little too fat. Better look at that other one, guys, because that looks skinnier than the other one, doesn't it?
Where's your drill bit on?
Yeah, that does look different than the other one. Yeah, we're going to have to look at the fucking first one again. I'm not so sure that we did that one good. I might have to skinny that one up a little more. Let's take a couple more out of this on the inside. Kind of did look a little heavy to me, but it's been so many years since I did this for a living. I figured it's better to be a little conservative than to go ballistic. That's starting to look like what we want. Let's see where we're out here. I bet you were around in the 60 to 70 range. Let's see what we got. As if I can get in there to see it. There she is. 60 to 140. We're still at 80, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's go a little more. I think we're going to have to put that first head up. I think we're going to have to touch it again with that finer stone. And check our width. This one surely looks a little smaller, and it looks more like what I'm used to seeing. Okay, sure that's going to be good. Might even be a little too much, in which case we're going to back it with the seat stone. You dying on us?
Nope.
The phone dying on us?
No, neither of us are dying.
It just sounds that way.
I don't know what's going on with the phone. I can't tell while I'm recording, so just let it go.
I can't even see the fucking thing now, of course. I could see it so good before, now I can't see diddly squat. Oh, God. You kidding me? Can't see any of this. Sons of bitches. I'll get it. Give me a second. There she is. Let's lap that son of a bitch again so I can see it a little better, but it sure looks like it's around. Looks like it might be a little skinny now. Let me get the glasses on. I mean, it looks pretty freaking good. It looks pretty good. I should probably get a new one of these that ain't 50 years old. Yeah, honestly, I can't tell. I can't tell. Let's get the light out of there, see if that helps. Yeah, it does. There it is. 40 to 100. That's 60 wide right there. Almost too much light. Okay. Let's take a look at that thing again. All right, now this is pretty deep over here. So let me go in there with a top cutter on this one. Probably what I did is just flip this thing over. Yeah, that's exactly what I did. Go in there with a top cut and take some of that. Not that I want to really move that seat down on the valve, but I want to get rid of that ridge. Now what I did here is I got very slight little radius that I built onto this thing. And with any luck, I drop this on there. I don't know about that. Let me get something a little bigger. See what else I got. That's not our guy. Let's see what else I got over here. It looks like it's possible. Ooh, what is that, sons of guns? Oh, that looks like my huckleberry, dude. Is that our huckleberry? Oh, that's pretty big. Let's see where it touches on there.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Don't know. Might be too big on the diameter. Let's see what happens. See where it touches. Yeah, I think that's too big on the diameter. See how large that is? That's for big. That's for big valve. Hang on, let me walk around a little more. I'll probably got other stuff for this. I gotta dig around in here. Ooh, Tootie. What we got here? Ooh, Tootie.
It looks like it could be it.
See, that's all. I don't know if we pick it up right, but it's really, I radiused it by hand is what it looks like. It's outside edge right here.
You can see it.
Okay, so that being said, what I use leather washers against here so I can flip the stones over like I'm doing here. Work both sides of the stone. Ooh, that looks pretty good. Let's give it a little touch. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. That's our huckleberry. Oh, we're definitely going somewhere now. We're going to do this on the other head too. That looks pretty good. That looks pretty good. I don't want to go much more than that in case this thing ends up at 98 inches at some time running nitro. Yeah. And you got to put 2-inch exhaust valves in. Okay.
That's it, right?
Well, you can still see the groove in there, but I wish you could feel it. You could feel that it's way almost non-existent. And we put this valve in, we should see that the valve refill acts much better. Oh yeah. Now we're going to be looking over as it opens over here. Yeah. See, as it opens, there's almost nothing to restrict the flow. Okay. That's because we ground out that lip that was on there.
Agreed. Right.
Now, let's go do, before you shut that off, let's switch back over to the other head. Do the exact same thing. How many minutes are we into this one?
23.
Okay. So we're going to end up with 40, basically 40 minutes on the other one, 30 minutes on this one. We got two valve jobs. We got two seats done, 70 minutes. Okay, let me mark this guy up. This is the rear head. Where's that valve? Right here. Okay. Let's bring Mr. Front and Center back. Okay, we're pretty much vertical. Check that out. Pretty much. All right, now, two things have to happen here. I think that seat is too wide, and we're going to touch the top of it first. This one's not nearly as bad as the other one. Not even nearly. So let's just go, let's be conservative about it. That's almost us right there. As a matter of fact, that is us. I'm not going to go, well, I'm going to go a little more. Ooh.
Too much?
Putamus. No, Putamus. Now let's get in there with the inner. I think that's way wide compared to the other one. I still think that's way wide. No, maybe not. This one's hard. You know what? This one's still screwing us up with the top cut on the other side. With the original. Yeah. That looks pretty good on that side. That might be actually pretty good. Let's see what that thing looks like. We can always, you know, if we got it, we can grind all of the 3 angles more, but I think we're pretty close. All right. Let's see what the tail of the tape says. As if I can find it. This one is hard to see. Let me lap it some more. Let's get some real. I probably should have done is kiss that seat harder without the stone being so aggressive, so it made a finer finish, or put just a finer stone on there.
It sucks when the rubber falls off.
The problem with that is your valve isn't large enough.
Oh, we gotta...
If you actually bought the correct size rubber for your valve, probably wouldn't have so much circumference that your elasticity.
When I tried it out in the store, it fit just fine.
Okay, let's see what we got in here.
Clearly, there's a different head enlargement in the store.
Yeah. Hemorrhoid head. Right. That thing does look wide, don't it? I might just... Nah, it is a little wide. Let me get the Huckleberry in there and see what I got. As if. Okay. You see it? Yeah, I can see it. We're 50 to 120.
70.
That's what I thought. I thought it looked just a little fat.
You gonna leave it?
Don't think so. I'm going to touch it again. Let me get the glasses, the tiger stripes on so I can actually see what I'm doing. Now I'm touching that thing.
All right, touch it.
Yeah.
That's what Albert says. When in doubt,
just touch it a little harder.
just a little harder.
And the rubber fits snugger.
Down by the river, behind the dumpster.
All right. Let's give it a little more. Little bit. Yeah, I gotta lean over towards this side. Okay. A little more. The stone, luckily, is pretty dull and it's not that aggressive. These inner cutters with the great giant taper on them like this, a little bit of force down, it really makes them cut. So you got to be very careful with these guys. That's pretty freaking close, dude. That's pretty close. It's actually skinny here. It's fat over there. I gotta, as much as I'm biasing it, it's not quite enough. But yeah, that is. Oh yeah, That's going to be us. I'll double check it with the microscope up. It's been a while since I've been doing all of this. If I did 5 sets of heads in the last 2 years, that's a lot. But I got a feeling that looks just like it's supposed to look. Okay, let's see what I got in here. If I can see it. I really can't see it. That's the inside, is the top side. Okay. That's about 50. I think that's good. Maybe a smidgen skinnier than the other one. You know what? It isn't. It's hard for me to see anymore. I'm fucking blind as a bat. We still got that kid's top cut over here. We still got that kid's top cut over here. This little spot right here.
Bother you?
No. You can see it's a smidgen thinner. Like if you get directly over that valve guide pointing straight down, so you can see right through this core of that valve guide. Yeah, you'll be able to see it in a second.
I got it.
You got it?
I got it.
All right. Try to get right down it. See, you're not straight. You're still not straight. You're going the wrong way. No, you're going the right way. You're going the wrong way.
I had it before.
Keep going. Don't be scared of it. You'll get it. Oh, that was pretty close. Huh. Guess we can't get straight down there, huh?
I had it down there before.
You did?
Yes.
But now that you're looking straight on, you get a better view of what's going on with the seat. See the gray band?
Yes.
All right? And you can see how much more I had to cut on the inside here than over here.
I do.
All right? So all of that's all got to do with finesse. So whenever somebody's like, hey, I did it with the machine, that's got to be good. Ha!
Ha!
All right, just to double check and make sure everybody's happy. Let's put the mandrel in there. Let's drop the indicator down, make sure we're on the seat. You think we had 2 thou on this one before, if I remember correctly?
I think so.
All right, let's see. I think that's on the seat. She's a little loose, though. Hey-ho. Hey-ho. Okay. That's the seat right there. Okay. There's one spot that goes up around 1.5 here. And there's one spot that goes down about 1/2 there. So that's our 2. All right, that covers our exhaust valve job. And depending on when we get our intakes in, we'll put another set of videos up showing the intakes. Like I said, it's going to take half an hour or 45 minutes. I guess it's going to take close to 45 minutes each to do these seats. The exhausts take a little more than the intakes. Depends on how high performance we're going. The intakes are important for high performance. The exhausts, you can get away with a little more. That's it for that.